Hey guys, this week we're going to be talking about poetry, and today I'm going to teach you about two poetic devices. They're called alliteration and onomatopoeia. So that's a fun word to say. So the first one we'll talk about is alliteration. Make sure you can see it. And alliteration is several words that begin with the same letter or sound. For example, Zach watched the zebras zip by. A few of those words start with the letter Z, so they have the same sound. Zach watched the zebras zip by. So that's an example of alliteration. Another example would be Aiden ate apples all day. See how those words all start with the same sound? So that's alliteration. I have an example of alliteration from this book, Old Elm Speaks. The poem is called Knotholes. I'm glad that our new fence came from a tree with lots and lots of knotholes. Not for naught are these knotholes, because if there were not lots of knotholes, I could not peer through and spy on you. So, remember, alliteration is when several words begin with the same letter or sound. All right, so now on to onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a word that imitates the sound that it makes, such as pop, boom, flash, and thud. So these words sound like the sound they're trying to make. So like the word pop sounds like the popping sound, okay? So that's onomatopoeia, when a word imitates the sound that it makes. So here's an example of onomatopoeia from Old Elm Speaks. The poem is called Storms, or Storm. Last night, wind howled, lightning cracked. Before the thunder's boom, we heard a crash. Our tallest tree had snapped and lay across the lawn. A schooner's mast tossed by wild waves in an ocean of grass. This morning, all that I can see is a lot more sky and a broken tree. So this poem has some onomatopoeia, such as the wind howled. Howled is an example of onomatopoeia. Cracked is another example. And boom and crash and snapped are some other examples of onomatopoeia. So remember, onomatopoeia is a word that imitates the sound that it makes.